So these are found with inscriptions, right? Again, we're dealing with a similar thing found in 1812, dated to circa 450 BC to 350 BC. But these are like way older, right? Because they're from the Etruscan Empire. Now, could the runes on them be scribed in? Yes. Could the artifacts be real? Yes. Could both be real? Yes. But we will let the chat. It will be interesting to see what the chat has to say. However, they thought these were like runes at first. And this is what I'm trying to tell people. Like, no, the runes, even if you just go look up on Wiki, whether it's Elder Futhark, whether it's younger Futhark, they're of old Italic origin. And I don't know why they say that, because if you just look at I guess I do, because there's some other stuff after, like the Ashi and all that, whatever. But what they mean by that is Etruscan. And it's almost like there's like this cover up that I'm sitting here is like, why is everybody trying to hide the basic reality? And what they thought was like original, like Elder Futhark or something like they thought it was like the early transition. It just turned out to be Northern Etruscan. And that's what it says. You can see that. Right? But what's interesting on that is in the inscriptions, there's Celtic and German names. And I'll just read you this. Many interpretations of this inscription have been proffered in the past, but the most recent interpretation is by Tom Markey in 2001, who reads the inscription Harikasti Teva. And right there, I'm seeing Greek, right? Like if you look at this, dude, it's like, that's a chi, or chi, sorry, in Greek, right? It's like acts like a ch, right? And it says Haragast, the priest, from Tevas, or Tewas, God. And if you remember, we did the Phoenician origin of Tur, and that rune that represents him is Tiwas.
Well, even there, Tiwas, back to our talk about the digamma.
Yeah, there it is
we're
again.
Like looking at views. We're looking at Theo.
All those things.
Yeah. Iota, upsilon, eta, sigma. And so another inscribed helmet also found at the site bears several names, mostly Celtic, followed by the religious titles. Now, at least this jives with what I'm talking about with the priests, so that's good. Now, Markey believes that the text is Germanic, meditated through Rhetoric, which accounts for some of the difficulties in the reading, such as the lack of declensional ending in the first element, harikasti, but you're seeing hari in the beginning, H-R-I, right? And so in Etruscan, H-E-R-I, that's going to be like holy. But in Indian, in Sanskrit, you're going to be things pertaining to saviors. And then as Odin, was it Odin you were saying is sometimes called Heryan or something like that? And it's like the Lord of Hosts, but it's also like the Lord of, it's like
it's Lord of Hosts.
But it also has something to do with army too. And so that's what the army, the army and the hosts get. And it's just like,
I'll find the word. I have it written down here in this big notebook. It's not very many pages back.
But
this is Nahavamal. There is one of the epithets of Odin is Herjan or Herjan, Herjan, and transliterated to English, Lord of the Host.
And Jan is going to be Janus, right? So
Janus, Jan. Yeah, exactly.
And the years reckoned in January.
Some of the other epithets of Odin that I wrote down from the Prose Edda: God of Cargoes. So, that sounds very Mercury to me. Then third highest, 3D. They call it 3D, Thridi.
Well, if that's 3 portions of the year, that
third highest.
The winter solstice, because that third highest is the lowest. If you
it sounds like thrice great as well.
Capricorn.
Thrice great, yeah.
Capricorn is the lowest. Equator, and then winter.
And then there's another one that I thought was interesting, Knickar, or Knickar, I don't know.
Maybe these helmets are of him.
They transliterate that to on driver.
We're gonna get strikes.
We're done, dude.
That's racist.
It's over.
Knickar, on driver, which I think they just mean they're something driving something else on, but you know, on is also the name of the sun. Just pointing that out. And then bale worker, bolwerker, bale worker.
That's you got Ver, which is
I don't know if they're right about calling him bolwerker, meaning bale worker. I think maybe they may be that language may be more revolving around bowl or bale than bale as in a bale of hay. Just my 2 cents. Maybe.
Oh, I didn't even think about a bale of hay.
So good after all.
Well, so with these inscriptions on the helmets, right? He said formerly some scholars have seen the inscription as an early incarnation of the runic alphabet, but it is now accepted that the script is North Etruscan proper and precedes the formation of the runic alphabet. And